Test, test, 1, 2. 1, 2. Is the camera crooked? I can't tell. I think it is. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. Let me try that again. Oh, hey. What's up? I am in San Diego, California. Since being back in the States from Mexico, from such a powerful experience with sacred medicines, specifically ayahuasca, I guess I'm more aware of the disconnection that society has in the modern world. And being back in the States, it's just a total 180, man. It's the energies are more chaotic. The connection that people have with just themselves is so much more intense. And it's kind of disheartening, and I don't want it to be that way. And you know, ayahuasca, she taught me a lot about what it means to be a part of love. What she taught me about love was that you can always be a part of it. You can always be a part of love. You can always return back to it. And in that moment when she told me that, she was like basically saying that love is an ecosystem. Love is a thing to be a part of. It's not an emotion. It's not a responsibility. It's not a duty. It's not a virtue. It's an ecosystem. And you know, that made me think like, wow, whenever I feel disconnected from myself, or like whenever I feel anything negative in general, that means I'm disconnected from the ecosystem of love. That means I'm fighting against the ecosystem. And a lot of people will say that if you fight against the flow of life, then you're going to have a hard time. But I think that's just, it just sounds like cool words to say, you know? Like, what does that mean, fight against the flow? And once you start to like try to answer that question and rationalize what that means, you start to confuse yourself, and you're like, well, I am going with the flow. I thought I was doing great. I thought I was trying my best to go with the flow of things, but I still feel horrible. I still am depressed. I'm still feeling anxious. So instead of saying, yeah, I'm going with the flow, say, be a part of the ecosystem of love. To be a part of the ecosystem, you need to allow yourself to receive love. You need to use the love, and you need to give it back. And if you are not doing all three of those things, you're not part of love. You're missing something. You're always going to feel like you're missing something. So to be a part of love, you need to think, okay, how can I receive love? How can I receive it? So I think the best way to do that is to show gratitude. You have to be aware of your surroundings, the things that are serving you right now. So right now I'm sitting on this really nice grass, this beautiful view of the river. The sunset is amazing. The air is nice and crisp. Like, this is all love because it's something that takes care of you in some way. And I don't think these things can take care of you if you're not aware that they're taking care of you, right? Just like when you give a gift to someone, the intention is to give them love. Well, you need to have the intention to receive. You have to intentionally receive love, like things. Or else, I don't know, you might block yourself off to potential love, potential experiences that are amazing and can really take care of you and your soul. So you got to let yourself receive. And once you receive it, that means you have it, right? You have some love. So you have to preserve it. You have to keep it, but in such a way that allows you to be more aware that you have it. So what does that mean? And I think that means creation. In some way, serve yourself. Create an experience for yourself. And I'm not talking just about art. You know, if you're artistic, then obviously your way of creating something for yourself is to create your art. It's like mine would be music. But if you're not artistic, then create an experience for yourself. Do something for yourself. Treat yourself. And if you think giving to others is treating yourself, well, kinda not. Giving is a part of the ecosystem, but treating yourself or using the love you have for yourself is separate from giving the love to someone else. And I know you might feel great inside, you know, when you give, but you might be overlooking giving to yourself. So you need to use it. Don't see it as giving to yourself. Just see it as using it because you deserve it. Because you received it and now you have it. You have love. You are in possession of love. You know? That's a really good feeling to have. And obviously expressing gratitude for that is important. But if you don't do something for yourself, if you don't create an experience, do something new, buy that plane ticket, do that scary thing, face that fear, read that book, you know, then you're not using the love that you received. So how do you intend on doing the next and last thing of the ecosystem of love, which is giving? How do you expect yourself to give the love if you don't acknowledge that you have it? If you don't allow yourself to receive it? I think the biggest problem we have is that we don't allow ourselves to receive the love and then use the love that we have for ourselves. It can get complicated if you don't follow the simplicity of the ecosystem. Receive, keep, preserve, use, and then give. So yeah, being back in the States after Mexico, oh my God, it is a total 180. Total 180. People's energies are here are see, like, the thing is, I want to tell everyone how, you know, what I see, what I observe, but then it just sounds like I'm just judging everyone. But what I see is a bunch of depressed people who are working their lives away, who have so many assumptions about me, who get angry at such little things, believe their own suspicions. I mean, it's just so many little problems that just add up. It's starting to be more difficult for me to stay here because of that. So, yeah, hopefully this video turns out good. I don't know if it's too dark, but the sunset is really beautiful. I don't know if y'all can see that. There it is. Wow. So, yeah. You got to be a part of love. That's the main message Ayahuasca told me, that love is an ecosystem. It was this moment in the ceremony where I was away from the ceremony. I was away from everyone else. I was in the forest, kind of going through it. And I got the message to return back to the ceremony. And as I was returning, that's when I got the message that said, you can always return back to love. You can always come back. It's always there. And I see through the trees the fire that we had next to the ceremony. And that was like very symbolic to me, that there's always a burning flame happening, and it never goes out. And I can always come back to that burning flame, no matter how small it is, no matter how far away it is. And as I was walking through the forest to return back to the ceremony, I felt the presence of thousands of people clapping. They were all clapping for me and cheering, like I was a celebrity, like a red carpet. And they were all made up of the trees. Yeah. Be a part of love. It is always something that you can return to. Allow yourself to receive it, keep it, preserve it, create, and then give it back. And then give. Do that every day. If you can't do it every day, don't sweat it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Yeah, that's the message. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.